Men, emotional cheating doesn't start with physical touch. It starts with words. It starts with little phrases that seem harmless, conversations that sound innocent, comments that don't look suspicious at first. But behind those phrases is something deeper: emotional investment, secret attraction, and the beginning of betrayal. Today, I'll expose 6 phrases that sound harmless but actually reveal emotional infidelity, and I'll explain the hidden meaning behind each one. These phrases might seem like casual observations or innocent comments, but they're actually windows into her emotional world, revealing where her loyalty and attachment truly lie. Before we begin, hit subscribe and drop a comment if you've ever heard one of these. You might help another man recognize what's really going on before it's too late. Phrase 1. He just gets me. This is one of the biggest red flags in emotional cheating. She's not just complimenting someone. She's expressing emotional alignment with another man. When a woman says this, she's revealing that someone else understands her in a way that creates a bond, a connection that feels special and unique. Emotional bonds form when a woman feels understood. Once she believes another man gets her better than her partner, the shift in loyalty begins. This isn't about him actually understanding her better than you do. It's about her perception that he does, and in relationships, perception shapes reality. She's comparing you subconsciously, admiring the other man's empathy while minimizing your emotional value. The phrase sounds innocent enough, like she's just appreciating someone's ability to relate to her. But it's not an innocent phrase. It's emotional intimacy disguised as appreciation. When she says, "he gets me," she's really saying, "I feel seen and understood by him in ways I don't feel with you anymore." That's not a casual observation. That's the foundation of emotional infidelity. Phrase 2. He's such a good listener. It sounds like praise for someone's communication skills, but it's really admiration for the emotional connection she's forming. Women crave to be heard and validated, and emotional cheaters redirect that craving toward another man who fulfills that need. She's not describing a coworker's manners or a friend's polite behavior. She's expressing emotional attraction to someone who listens the way she wishes you would. This is often how affairs begin, with attention mistaken for understanding. He asks about her day and actually seems interested in the answer. He remembers details from previous conversations. He responds with empathy instead of trying to immediately solve her problems. These behaviors create an emotional bond that feels intoxicating because it fulfills a need she's been missing. The phrase reveals that she's comparing your listening skills to his, and in her mind, he's winning that comparison. Every time she mentions how well he listens, she's indirectly criticizing you for not providing the same level of attention and engagement. The emotional investment behind this phrase is significant because listening is the gateway to deeper intimacy. Phrase 3. We're just really close friends. One of the most common cover phrases in emotional affairs. The more she insists it's just friendship, the deeper the emotional bond usually is. Emotional cheaters need moral permission to continue their behavior, and this phrase gives it to them. By labeling it as friendship, she can justify the amount of time, attention, and emotional energy she's investing in another man. She's rationalizing her feelings while convincing herself she's done nothing wrong. In her mind, as long as nothing physical has happened, it doesn't count as cheating. But the frequency of interaction, the level of emotional openness, and how much she hides that friendship reveal everything. True friendships don't need constant defending. Emotional affairs do. When you question the closeness or express discomfort, she immediately jumps to defend the relationship rather than reassuring you or creating boundaries. That defensive reaction proves the relationship means too much to her to risk losing it, which is exactly the problem. If it were truly just friendship, she could easily adjust her behavior to make you comfortable. The fact that she won't reveals where her priorities lie. Phrase 4. You're overthinking it. She uses this phrase to deflect suspicion and shut down your legitimate concerns. You question her behavior, maybe a text that seemed too friendly, a look that lasted too long, a pattern of secrecy, and she immediately flips it back on you. You're being paranoid. You're imagining things. Why are you so insecure? This is gaslighting, a mental defense mechanism to keep her emotional affair hidden. She knows your intuition is correct, that you're picking up on real signals that something has changed, but she wants to make you doubt it. By making you question your own perception, she maintains her ability to continue the emotional affair without interference. The phrase serves another purpose too. It makes you the problem instead of her behavior. Instead of examining why she's being secretive or why another man is getting so much of her attention, you're now defending your right to have concerns. It's a manipulation tactic that shifts focus away from her actions and onto your supposedly irrational reactions. Phrase 5. I can talk to him about anything. This one sounds sweet and innocent, like she's just appreciating having someone to confide in. But it's the emotional equivalent of sleeping with someone else. Emotional transparency is sacred in relationships. When she opens her heart to another man, she's transferring intimacy that used to belong to you. It means he has become her confidant, the one she turns to when she's sad, happy, or lost. That's not friendship, that's emotional commitment, the things she should be sharing. With you, her fears, dreams, frustrations, and joys are now being shared with him instead. He's the one who gets her vulnerability, her trust, her inner world. This phrase reveals that she's more comfortable being emotionally naked with him than with you, and that's a fundamental betrayal of your relationship. The emotional connection she's describing is the foundation of romantic intimacy. When that foundation is built with someone else, the relationship with you becomes hollow, a shell without substance. Phrase 6. You don't understand me anymore. This phrase usually appears near the end, when her emotional loyalty has already shifted. It's not an expression of hurt or a request for you to try harder. It's a justification for the emotional distance she's created and the connection she's formed with someone else. Emotional cheaters use this phrase to rationalize detachment and prepare for separation. The hidden meaning is clear. Someone else does understand me, and that's who I'm emotionally loyal to now. She's not asking you to understand her better. She's informing you that you've failed and someone else has succeeded. When a woman says this, she's already mentally halfway out of the relationship. She's building a case for why leaving or continuing the emotional affair is justified. In her narrative, you're the one who failed to meet her needs, who stopped trying to understand her, who forced her to seek emotional connection elsewhere. This phrase is her way of rewriting history to make her betrayal seem like your fault. These 6 phrases might sound harmless in isolation, but when you understand the psychology behind them, you can see their red flags, revealing emotional infidelity. Each phrase shows that her emotional energy, loyalty, and intimacy have been redirected away from you and toward another man. If you've heard multiple phrases from this list, pay attention to the pattern. Emotional affairs don't announce themselves obviously. They hide behind innocent-sounding language and justified explanations. But once you know what to listen for, the truth becomes clear.